This is Willie P. Starkey, and we're talking about his genealogy, beginning with his grandparents. Who are your grandparents, Dad?
On my mother's side, it was Stewart's.
Okay.
And of course, on my dad's side, Starkey's.
What was their occupation? Were they farmers, housewife? What were they?
On the Stewart's, he was a railroad man. He got NC to St. L. He was a section foreman and he had several men under him, and their responsibility was to maintain the railroads from Tullahoma up to Alabama.
Okay, so your mom's dad, right?
That's your mom's dad.
Okay, what was his name again?
Will
Stewart, S-T-U-U or?
No, it's spelled with S-T-E-W-A-R-T.
E-W-A-R-T, okay. Will Stewart, and your grandma was named on that side?
Martha.
Martha, what was her maiden name?
Young. She was young.
Martha Young, okay. And your dad's was, of course, Starkey. Yeah.
Yes.
It was, okay. Go ahead from there. It was, so that's on that side. And just, I lost my place.
Your parents, maybe?
Yeah, okay. So your mom and dad. So she was a Stewart. Your mom was Stewart.
Yes.
Okay, and where did they meet at?
They met at Pike Hill, around Pike Hill, a little community outside of McMinnville.
They meet at,
Matter of fact, that's where I was born.
they meet at where at, you know?
Well, they went to, I don't know whether it was the same church. I don't know how that came about, to tell you the truth.
James and Viola.
James Viola,
And she was a Stewart.
She was a Stewart.
Okay.
And anyway,
Okay. And that's it.
I don't know what their ages were. I don't know that.
Okay. So they met and
They met, and Mama brought two children before us.
okay.
The boy and the girl, and both of them deceased. The boy was 9 months old, and the little girl was born dead. And I was the first one to live.
Yeah. So you were very loved, weren't you? Your grandma just cherished you.
Yeah, they say I lived and done quite well.
Okay.
Cherished or spoiled?
A little both, wouldn't it? I understand that. When did your daddy go in the Navy? How old were you when we went in the Navy?
How old was I? He was in the Navy in 1943, and then Pearl Harbor was born in 41. He went 2 years after Pearl Harbor. At that time, I was 5 years old, and John was 2 years old.
What was he? Was he just? What did it? Was his
He's
position?
in the Navy.
So
I don't know what the position. I see.
Okay.
See him in first class, I guess.
Okay. James Starkey.
James Starkey.
Okay.
And he got out of the service in 1945 in the fall when the war was over.
Right.
And he started riding to service or ride to work with a Pentecostal preacher. And he liked the Pentecostal preacher so much, the preacher invited him to come to church with him, and Daddy became involved in the Pentecostal church. He had been a mainline denomination before that. But I never knew Daddy to smoke or drink or anything. He was a good person, but anyway, that's how that came about.
A good moral man.
Good moral man.
And when your dad came back from the Navy, what did he do? What was his occupation?
His occupation was plumbing and electrical.
So I didn't know that. I never know that. So he was a plumber and electrician.
Yes.
Okay. So I never knew that. Okay. You lived on a farm, didn't you, for a while?
We had a pretty nice farm out at the Smart Station, 65 acres. Had a large, had a nice pond to it, and that sort of thing. And
yeah.
Woods behind it, barn. The barn was a good place for his kids to play, and we get a cob fight once in a while. Had cobs outside where they shed the corn. And if you want to be a winner, if you find your mud hole, you soak that cob in the mud and get it real soppy wet. You really pop somebody out of their
There's a corn cob muddy coat.
Yeah, pop somebody's senses with that.
Oh man, going back a bit, I remember a funny story you always told about you and Woody. Was it Woody? Talking about when your daddy was at war, with the war, your cousins moved in the house, or y'all shared a house together?
Yeah, the Coxes.
The Coxes.
Yeah.
What was that story about poking the eye? Remember all that?
Well, let's see here about that. Well, yeah, we'd call to get. We on one side of the house. It's a small house, probably three room,
Yeah.
I guess, not 3 bedrooms, just 3 rooms. But we lived on one side. Dad was in the Navy. Mama and them was raising John and me.
Yeah.
And of course, me and Boo, we call him Boo. I don't know why they call him Boo. I don't know if that was his brother had the time he was born to him. Or, anyway, his name was Frank Lewis. And we about the same age. We get to scuffle. As a matter of fact, get in a fight once in a while. Got to fight one time, and Cousin Boo goes on the other side. We had a little hole. Now, we did, you know, the doors had the knob gone out of it. The knob
Just a hole in the knob.
Just had a hole in there. In those days, you didn't go out and buy another section or another assembly. You just put a button on the other side. So that's what it was. So anyway, Cousin Boo went to the other side, and we usually looked at each other through the hole. And I looked through that hole. There was Cousin Boo. He was looking at me. Ooh, ooh. And I looked over the corner, there's Mama's broom handle. It just fit, that hole. Anyway, story was, made it short, he bawled and squalled, and I won't go into what happened when Mama got home and learned about it. That's for another time.
Got him in the eye with that broomstick. That's funny.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's funny. That is funny. Oh, me. So and that's do you have any other stories when you was little like that?
Well, not any. That would be too embarrassing.
That's what we want. We want the embarrassing story.
Well, if we went to church, if we missed some hay, Mama would look back at us, and Daddy stood up front with four or five of those guys sat on the front seat at the church, and she pushed Daddy on the back. And he'd come back and take us right out of church right in front of God and everybody. They knew what's going to happen. So that's the way he would take. He wouldn't wait till he got home to whip us. He'd take us right out right there. That kind of dipped it in the bud.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, you said nipped it in the bud. I thought you said dip it in the mud. I thought you said into the corn cob.
Yeah, I will do that too.
Oh, so you had a nice farm. Things are going pretty well.
Yep,
Didn't Grandma get sick?
Oh, she got sick.
What was wrong with her?
Well, she had gallstones, gallbladder had to be removed. And Daddy sold the farm to pay the bill. Didn't have the medical insurance back then because this was about 1946.
And he wanted to pay his bills.
Yeah, he didn't want anybody, so he sold the farm. And
That's
paid
when you
Mama
lost the farm, pay the medical bills.
Well, yeah, we paid the medical bills, and that's what happened. But they raised us good. They raised us pretty strict. And I'm kind of pleased the way I turned out.
Well, someone is.
I have some grandsons that are not that all tickled over. We won't go there.
That's a story for another time.
Oh, my. Well, so, I think, so your school years, you got a yearbook there.
Oh yeah, this 1948 and 49 smart school. And,
Well, go ahead.
well, it was a 3-room school. Here it is.
Is there any way?
Here it is. This is. Let's see here.
Hold it up.
All right, we'll tell you about here in a bit. 1 through 4th was here. 1 through 4th grade was here. This is a lunchroom and kitchen. And then 5 through 8 was over on this side. That was a smart school. Now the facilities. The facilities was two outbuildings on the back side. One of the girls and one of the boys.
You're showing it to her.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. The facilities on the back side. One was the girls and one was the boys. And you need to go, you hold your hand up. And if the teacher will recognize you, give permission to leave and go. Well, one day, little old John, bless his heart, he was bashful as he could be. He turned out differently as he got grown. But in those days, he was real bashful. He's too bashful to hold his hand up. He sat back there, and his pants got wet. He submerged, and he crawls under the house, under the shed there. Didn't miss him for a whole long time. Of course, he didn't have all that much personality back then anyway. You go a long time without missing him, and it was a long time before we found him out of the school.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Here's a plan. This is a group right here. Yep.
Do you want to
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
hold it up closer to you?
Yeah.
How
You see
close
it all
is
right?
Hold it up higher. Nope, nope, about meant right there. There you go.
There you go. That's the school. It's not there anymore. I went by there here a while back. It's gone.
Hold it up a little bit more so I can get the kids.
Yeah, they tore it down.
Yeah,
several years
it's next
back
door to
now.
Presbyterian Church. And
They tore it down.
Yeah,
several
we
years
have
back.
Alright. You're good.
yeah, we have on each Friday the teacher leads us in a prayer to read a scripture and so forth. And sometimes we go to Presbyterian Church and then become engaged and involved in or part of their congregation for a Friday morning service.
That's cool.
Anyway, that's the way it was.
There's one more story I want you to, if you remember it,
Oh yeah.
back in the war years. Do you remember when you told us they were trying to get metal, scrap metal, for the war effort?
Oh yeah.
And they came by and they got everyone's fences, and did they get one of your toys?
Well, I don't know. I guess he did.
Anything that was metal, they was
Anything
trying to.
metal is
It's
making
collected.
a
I was
war effort.
thinking,
Yeah,
yeah.
war effort. Yeah.
Any of the if you had
Yeah.
like a fence around your house or
Well,
metal-
yeah, anything's metal.
metal. I thought you had like a metal toy or something. You did you not?
Well, now if they took my metal toy, I would have been screaming about
Maybe
it. But
not.
they
then.
might
Maybe
have.
not. Okay.
That's what Mama and me. She's 16 and I was 19.
When did you
The
remember when
19
you guys met? Was it like lightning strike or did?
Dogs at church, but it wasn't a real churchy position. I was showing out and trying to get her
Be
attention.
honest, you went to church just to see the girls, didn't
That's
you?
right. That's
And they went just to see you.
right. Well, that's the way I hoped it would be, but I'm not sure I was right.
I mean, look at those dreamy eyes right there.
That Elvis dude going
See,
on.
19.
The Elvis hair going on.
Yeah, I slicked it back.
What was that they put on in your hair back then?
Yeah, well,
The cream, what was
real
it?
cream or something. Anyway, I just pull it back down and push it down like this. You get that wave in it. That's cool.
How'd you get up the nerve to ask Grandma out?
Oh, I don't know. That I don't know.
You don't
I
remember
don't.
that?
I just showed out a little bit. I don't know why she got attracted to me, but she did. For some reason, probably I felt sorry for me. I don't know. But anyway, it's,
Well, do you know when you knew she was the one? You know when you knew that y'all just kind of clicked and it's the one you wanted to go through life with? It just kind of happened.
well, when you're 19 and the other's 16, you don't think too much
Pretty.
about the future. You think about the presents that are attracted one to the other. Anyway, we went to Ringgold, Georgia. My aunt drove us down there in Ringgold, Georgia. Yeah. And that's where the service was performed in 1957 on August the 25th. Yeah, 1957. That's a week after Mom and them lost her life in a car accident on
Yeah.
August 18th.
And if you want to
So
touch on
Mama,
that, huh?
yeah, Mama, Shirley was a great support to me.
She kind of helped you
She
hold
helped me
things together.
have some confidence in the future.
I didn't know how much or if anything you want to talk about that. or
Well,
not.
I don't mind. I don't mind. We was just coming back from church, and Daddy had a green Plymouth.
What day was that? What
That
day?
was August 18th.
August 18th.
Yeah, August 18th,
On a Sunday.
1957. On Sunday, he'd been to church, and on a Wednesday prior to that, Daddy often came out and sit on the front porch. In summertime, this is summer, and that is middle of August, August 15th, as a matter of fact, on a Wednesday. He'd come out and sit on the porch, and it was hot. We didn't have an air conditioning. If you want to get cool, you sit on the front porch. That's what he did. He'd come out and sit on the porch, and I just observed that night and still sat up on the chair he's sitting down on the edge of the porch. I thought, that's unusual, but I didn't consider it too much. That's on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
On Sunday is when they had their accident. Now, where he was thinking about, I don't know what he's thinking. To be
Where were
honest.
you at?
I was just out in the yard. That's a big yard.
You was at home when you
Yes.
heard about the accident?
No, I was driving back from town. Driving back from town, and I saw this whole line of traffic, whole line of cars, and they stopped. And then I see the flash of the light, and I thought, that looks.
That's over where the old movie theater used to be.
Used to be at, and then
Yeah.
saw Daddy's car there, and that's the last time I saw him alive. He was over the wheel, bent over, and had blood coming out of his mouth. And I don't know. That's all I did see. Bob or Bob. Bob was.
Had they already been taken to the
Yeah,
hospital?
they was gone. It was a hard time.
How old was your daddy and mama?
Daddy was.
They were young.
Yeah, he was 45 and she was 42.
Young. Bob was 9 going on 10?
Yes, he would have been 10. This happened in August. He would have been 10 in September. Yeah.
What was he like? Bobby.
Oh,
Robert, but you call him Bobby, right?
He was juvenile.
You call him Bobby or Bob?
Bob, we called him Bob.
He a little chubby guy, wasn't
Yeah, he was a little chubby guy and always ate quite a bit, quite often. And he asked Shirley, he figured at Shirley, but he was 9 years old, and you know, he could told a lot of stuff on John me for the mischief we did, but you know, that little guy never said anything to Mom and Daddy about either one of the activities that we're involved
he?
in.
He's a good brother, huh?
Yeah, he's a good brother.
What was his personality like?
He
Was it quiet, loud? Or
Yeah, no, he wasn't real loud. He just had a kind of bubbly personality.
kind of bubbly, kind of like
Yeah.
jolly, kind of
Yeah,
good humor?
Yeah. Yeah, he was. Daddy, he was born in 1947, I believe. Daddy got out in 45. Yeah. That was Bob. Anyway, had a lot of adjustments to make after that, obviously.
Yeah, it was hard to get through.
Hard to get through. Mama, your grandma, my wife, was very supportive. We had good support from Grandma Stewart, aunts and so forth.
Yeah.
Was blessed in that respect. Anyway.
Okay, then you and Mom got married. What did it feel like when you had your first kid, Junior, Paul Jr.?
What did it feel
Remember
like?
being a father? Was it made you nervous? A lot of responsibility, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, a lot of responsibility, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We just take things as they come. Oh, man, thereafter, though, it seemed like thereafter, every time Shirley say something about going to the doctor, I start thinking of names.
Was there 4 heads of kids?
4 heads of youngest, as Jerry Clark said.
Oh, man. I'd like to touch on one thing is you always had the dream of being or did you always have a dream of being an artist?
Oh yeah, I did a lot of
That-
artwork. For
Not
us.
everyone knows
Put on some shows.
talent you
Yeah,
had.
we put on some shows, usually fashion shows. I was a astronaut.
Yeah, so use your
Dressed to
artistic
win.
talent.
Yeah, went to art
Another-
school,
Yeah.
and I never will forget. I never will forget.
Yeah.
This is a watercolor. Spent many years making it up right. Back up to education now. Dropped out of school in 10th grade. Spent many years at night making up.
Got your GED,
Yeah, GED, and then
art
I
school.
went to art school and that sort of thing. Learned what structure,
What about this?
composition,
This
color.
painting over here.
Yeah, that paint
Yeah.
over there. And that is,
Didn't you actually even do some illustrations for the encyclopedia, Dad?
I don't know if
I was
so.
thinking you did.
That there is from where David, I guess it's Psalm he's talking about the waters of the brook. And
The deer panteth for the
after the brook.
drinking the water. Yeah, panic.
That's what inspired that.
Right.
What inspired
You did a lot of artwork, and then
it.
so you became a display manager. Is that what the title was?
Yeah, yeah. display manager and that sort of thing. Did design the windows, interior decorations for stores. And
You got a big picture. I've inherited early
yeah, your
the
mama.
big painting of Grandma, my mother. I've got it hanging in my dining room. And you won a what, second place in the county fair, Warren County Fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You went on from dropping out of high school, getting your GED, going back to art school,
Yeah.
and then you went into the business world, first real estate, and then you went into real estate market fell out. You went into insurance. Let's talk about that because you were quite successful.
Yeah, I'm blessed.
Yeah, well, you were blessed, but you put a lot of effort into it, long hours.
Yeah, it did happen. Yeah. Mama was threatened to leave me 3 times a week on the average.
She's your secretary, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's a secretary. But she can handle a customer, boy. They come in and griping over their bill and something like that. Before you know it, when they was leaving, they were laughing. One guy, she said, he complained about his homeowner's insurance going up. He had a modest house down here in the valley. Up the mountains, he bought him a big, expensive home, and now he's talking about his insurance going up, his premium going up. Mama said, Jim, you ought to know if you buy that big house, you're going to have to pay more insurance. If I said that, I probably lost my job. But she gets by with stuff like that. She gets by stuff like, yeah.
You two were a team.
Yeah, we're a team. We're a team.
You worked together. But didn't you won some contest or some
did.
plaques and sales? What all regional or?
Well, the regional, I guess it wasn't statewide or anything.
Yeah, but still, several times.
Yeah.
It's very successful. You and Mom in the
As
insurance field. Yeah. And also, though, you're a minister. You pastored before. You've preached.
Yeah, we had pretty good revivals over West Tennessee. Some of the last 2 or 3 weeks back in those days.
Yeah, you still minister from time to time. Preach the word.
Each month at least. Yeah.
Teach Sunday school. You've taught Sunday school for years.
Yes.
Take it very seriously. Study hours and hours.
Yeah.
Know the word.
Well, I often said that. I don't know. I often said that I never had any trouble staying humble.
Take great pride in your humility, don't you?
Yeah, because give that to your mother. The mother, the Word of God, and the bathroom mirror. Those 3 will help you stay humble.
What words of wisdom would you like to share for future generations coming down that may someday view this?
I'll give it to him. To know what you know and to know what you don't know is to really know.
What was that other one you used to say? If you can't stun them with brilliance.
Yeah. If you can't dazzle with brilliance, stun them with bull. Mike and Junior, they hard to get them to play together because Mike always wanted to play with Junior, but Junior was kind of a loner, wasn't he?
You got it back? No,
No,
Junior.
Mike was a loner, and Junior wanted somebody to play with. I had it backwards. So anyway, they got together once in a while, but that was just that's just what most kids do, I reckon. So anyway, they live right around here somewhere, and they come see us sometime.
Terry was the National Honor Society.
Terry did real smart. She was honor society, that sort of thing.
Scholarship nursing
Had a
school.
scholarship nursing school. She turned out pretty good. And Missy married a Pentecostal preacher, so she did all right on that. And I don't know what else. Who else did I need to talk about? I talked about Terry. Who else did I talk about? Sure.
Tell that story about Zeddy working for you.
Mowing the yard when he's like 11 years old.
He's about 11 or 12, something like that. That little joker. Hold a finger up like that to see if he's even moving. And finally I said, oh, two. I said, son,
He's barely moving more than
I
that.
said, son, you don't go need to move faster than that. Why you go so slow? He said, I'm getting paid for the hour.
He told me he would give no money if he would.
And he said, won't be getting any money, fellow. Yeah, I said, well, yeah. I said, well, your career with us is probably going to be quite short. That's old Zeddy for you. Yeah, Zeddy had gone to Florida with his grandparents.
Yeah.
So we figured that we need to do something with Ethan. He's just a little bitty feller, and we let him don't feel left out altogether. So we take Ethan with us, but we go to a restaurant in Manchester. Oh, Ethan runs ahead of us, just dipping his hip right up front, just big as life. And he walks up there to the booth there, and he says, we're from, where'd you say we from?
Tennessee.
We're from Tennessee. And we was just in Tullahoma.
That was that place with that cherry pizza. I still remember that.
Yeah, it's pizza, yeah. Anyway, it's been an enjoyable life. Some's got it and some ain't. They tell me I'm full of it. Okay, we were working out there at Smart Station. And Michael Paul, I'm sorry, he was next door, and he's just a little bitty fella. He's right on the neighbor's feet, and I said to him, I said, son, come back over here. Come back over here where you belong. He doesn't come, so next time I raise my voice, I said, boy, you get over here right now. And what did he say to you,
He
Shirley?
come in the house and said, Mama, Papa hurt my feelings.
I said, boy, you do that again, I'm going to do more and hurt your feelings. That's the way it was. That was Michael Paul, wasn't it?
Oh.
And Jessica was poo-poo.
Yeah, Jessica's bouncing up and down on the bed saying Papa's poo-poo.
So she could look out the window.
Oh,
she
she's
can
so
see me.
cute. She's,
Yes, she was cute.
I don't think she ever caused any troubles about
No,
it.
she never caught in trouble. She was real.
Angela's feisty.
Yeah.
Feisty.
Angela used to wipe her mouth when you're tying shirts.
Yeah, that was terribly embarrassing. Set her about a lap and she whoop, and have a tie, she'd wipe her mouth.
What legacy do you want to leave your children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren? How do you want to be remembered?
I like to be remembered as a reflection of honesty and straightforward. Always be truthful. And don't take yourself too serious. Be funny. Think of yourself as some comic involved in it. Because I do believe, and all we got to do is look in the bathroom mirror, and I think God himself has a sense of humor. I really do. I do. Anyway, that's the way I'd like to be remembered, as somebody who enjoyed life and enjoyed their family and their friends and their wife. That's about it.